I've discussed this before, but I want to touch on the recall election in California. Right now, the polls show neck and neck as to whether or not Governor Gavin Newsom will be recalled. And parenthetically, this may seem like I'm in the bag for Governor Newsom. And while I am emphatically against the recall, it's not because I'm a Newsom guy, or I owe Newsom something, or we're old friends. We are the same age, we did grow up in the same town, and we actually played baseball against each other as kids. But that's not the issue here. For the record, I never thought he was a great mayor. He was too conservative for my taste, and he's a product of the same Pacific Heights crowd that in high school kind of looked down on me. So it's not about Gavin personally, but it is about the future of the state of California, the country, and indeed the world. And the reason for that is that over the last decade or so, under the leadership of Governor Jerry Brown and the leadership of Governor Gavin Newsom, California has been very serious about addressing climate change. California is one of the biggest economies in the world and the most important, largest, and most powerful state in the United States. So climate policy in California is important. The leading candidate to replace Gavin Newsom, if he is recalled, is a guy named Larry Elder, who has referred to climate change as a crock. And more recently, to, modify his words, he said, well, it exists, but he's not sure it's man-made. This is what is very clearly climate change denial. And if California reverses course on climate change, not to mention on vaccines and fighting COVID, it will be disastrous. And the disastrous impacts of that will go far beyond the state lines of California. So I implore anybody who is listening to this, vote no on the recall. A no vote means you want to keep Governor Newsom. Vote no on the recall. And if you're not in California and you know people who are, remind them they must vote no on the recall and they must vote by mail, get their ballots in, do that right away.